with this very fantastic and beautiful sound of the guest Bosk Boss Mexico, we welcome you to our first episode of the ISWIsion 2019. I'm Theresa, I'm your host, and with my fantastic co-host André, I will guide you through this show.
Just as it is tradition for Ilmenau to run the ISWI every second year, it has become tradition for us at iSTUFF to cover the event with our ISWIsion magazine. And that is also our overall topic this year, tradition.
Yeah, faster than ever, the world is changing due to social shifts caused by the globalization. Everybody is connected, whether if it's by the World Wide Web or because of connecting friendships across the borders.
As it has become necessarily to regularly question old traditions because of the social shift and our changing understanding of how we live and work together, some old traditions have to be adjusted and some even have to be abandoned.
Yeah, in the center of the Thuringian forest, the ISWI is known to be one of the greatest students' conventions in Europe. More than 360 people all over the world attend at workshops and also on guest speeches, discussing social standards and connect with people with the same mindset.
In addition to that, the ISWI organization team has organized lots of interesting and funny events for our guests, such as the opening ceremony or the ISWI Sports Festival. While we will stream the opening ceremony after this show, we have already attended the ISWI Sports Festival this afternoon.
Our newbie Pasco and Johannes and also Sebastian visited the campus gym and took a look at some exciting courses such as archery, ultimate frisbee or kubudu.
Ahoo! You want to beat the Pasco? Come on! Ahoo! The next challenge is archery. The people call me Pasco Hot, so what can happen? So, tell me, who are you?
I am Antonis Kitsios. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And where are you from?
I'm from Greece.
And why are you here in Ilmenau?
I'm here for you guys. No, just kidding. I'm here for the international conference that is held here at Ilmenau University.
So, cool. So, we're gonna shoot now and I'm gonna beat you. Good luck. Let's take a look what our result is. So we've got only one.
Oh no.
And I've got 3. So
you're the winner.
yes, I'm the winner. Team iSTUFF won a game. Yes.
Okay.
Good game. Thank you. Got another participant here. So, who are you?
This is Miraz from Bangladesh.
Hi.
And
Why are you here?
I am here just to exchange all the ideas, thoughts and everything and exchange culture. This is my first time in Germany and Europe, so I'm discovering a lot of stuff.
1, 2,
3. It was very good to play with you.
Thank you.
And we share the honor.
Yes,
okay?
we share the honor, but win for the ISWI team.
Yeah.
Last challenge, last participant. So, who are you?
Oh, hello, my name is Tamila. I'm from Uzbekistan.
Cool, so let's have a good battle now.
Okay.
First challenge, we have the tables. We're gonna start swinging it. Who has the first it's standing on it, I got the first point. So, let's go. Yes! Yes! Oh! Yeah. So, we're finished. I think I won. I have 2 points and you've got?
1.
Oh. So, Team iSTUFF won this time. So, 3 challenges are behind us. I won 2, so I'm the winner, of course. Yes!
Funny that. I guess sports like Kobudo might be interesting for you as well, Theresa, huh?
No, I guess slacklining could fit me way more better. But do you know who also is into sport?
No, tell me.
Well, our today's guest, Emilia, who's a pro at dancing. So I guess we should welcome her. Huh? Hi, Emilia.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So, Emilia, just talk about yourself. Where you're from, what you're doing here.
Okay, so I'm on the 2nd semester here. I study communication science and I come from Stuttgart originally. Yes, so I came here and started to dance contemporary at the university. And yeah, before I was dancing ballet 10 years. So it's really a passion for me and I love it just to balance my free time with dance.
Yeah, you gave us the hint you do dancing. Yeah, what kind of ballet did you do or how did it start for you?
It started for me when I was 5 and I was really fascinated by the ballerina, so yeah, like typical girl thing. And then when I was 12 I also started to dance on point shoes, which was kind of challenging sometimes, but yeah, I really liked it. And then I had some problems with my knees, which made me to change a little my dance, so I stopped with ballet and I danced Zumba at home. And yes, but I really like to move with music, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you said you like Zumba. Why do you like Zumba? What's your passion about that?
I kind of like the Spanish flair, and I guess it comes from the reggaeton kind of direction. So for me, it's more fun to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, Zumba is more a modern dance, and it's also pretty viral in the whole society.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What do you think? Why is that a thing? Why do dances like Zumba or, for example, Harlem Shake or the floss dance are so viral?
I think because it's kind of combination out of fitness and also kind of hip hop. So it gives the people kind of control their body, or I think it's just also came over from the Latin countries. And I think many people connected with summer and hot days on the beach, so there are a lot of constructions or constructioners, I don't know how you call it, but the people who stand in the front and after all the people or the Zumba people in the back. So yeah. So they often do it at the beach. So yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah.
And you talked about contemporary. What's that about? What kind of dance is that?
It's kind of between jazz and ballet, so it's a bit more free. A lot of dance comes from the pop kind of music, so it's calm but more fluent dance and not too strict. Ballet is more strict and you have to really control your body and contemporary as well. I mean, all dance you have to control your body, but I think it's more fluent and with modern music. Yeah,
you talked about ballet, Zumba, contemporary. Which one do you prefer most?
Oh, that's very hard. I like the variety of all. That's why I also changed and try out new things after I did ballet. Yeah.
And the classic thing about ballet, like about the music, do you like the classical thing more, or do you like the modern music more?
The music, I play also flute, so I like classical music, but sometimes if you are really stressed out, I really enjoy Zumba because it's a good balance just to get all the stress out. So it's more, you can more go into it and into the motions sometimes,
What do you think about ballet at theaters or operas?
Yeah, I love that. I also love to watch that, And my favorite one is Swan Lake. Yeah.
I think you also like The Black Swan, the film.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Hopefully you don't get one of that black swans too.
No, I don't hope so.
Yeah, well, I thank you for this little interview.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I enjoyed being here.
Then have a nice day.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Do contemporary and do other things. Don't do it too much with your knee.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
But thank you. Bye.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So, we stick to music, but we switch to the next song of Bosque Mágico, who have also connected classical and modern influences through their instruments. They just have released a new album. It's called Tu Tempo, which you can see here. And now we will listen to the next song.
thanks to the duo Ralph and Mikita from Basque Musik.
Next we come to a topic which represents the clash of tradition and modern approaches like only a few: esports. Ilmenau has its own esports organization since the spring 2017, and we may now introduce the head of Ilmenau Esports, Henrik Niesen. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey there. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Have a seat. All right. Henrik, you are the head of Ilmenau Esports. Can you explain a little more in detail what exactly is your function and what are your typical tasks to do?
Okay, I might have to correct you there for a little bit because I'm not the head of Ilmenau Esports. We were founded, just like you said, a few years ago by Julius Lerm. He couldn't be here today, but he's like the real head of Ilmenau Esports. He started with the idea of just forming a Counter-Strike team, training together with 5 or 6 friends and competing in different tournaments all over Germany, mostly online. And then when I joined, maybe a year later, we started opening and extending our program to other games and all other events that we can just do.
Can you explain a little more how you got the idea to form that organization? Did you feel that there were a special need in Ilmenau for such an organization, or that it might be very comfortable to found an organization like that here in Ilmenau because of all the technical background or such? What was the reason for?
So yeah, just like you said, that's true. Like we are technical uni and everyone plays games. That's like the core idea, and everyone knows playing games with your friends is way more fun than playing with random strangers online. And that was like the starting idea of Julius, and that's what we built on. So we started teams playing together, and we are trying to be like a place for everyone to meet and play with their friends from the university, and then even break that border and go like national and even international on tournaments and meet other players.
So let's switch to a more broader level and go on esport in general. Esport is fast rising but a quite new phenomenon. And what do you think? Will it maybe someday affect traditional sports as well, or maybe have a interconnection with it in some way?
Okay, that's a big jump, but I feel like esports is more than just a phenomenon. It's really becoming a new big thing, which can really join the traditional esports, the traditional sport. I don't think they're going to be clashing, the traditional part of sports and the new esports, but they can really work together and build something bigger that's really interesting.
So would you prefer that traditional sports clubs will build their own esports sections, or would you say that it's will become more common that esport clubs found themselves?
I think there we have to differentiate between the pro-level esports and like the local esports that we are doing. I don't think we will see like a lot of new teams forming that will compete with the traditional sports. On the other hand, there are like pro teams that are only playing esports, and there are the traditional sports that are getting into it. That's a really tough question. So I think there will be like the leagues, the pro leagues that will mix it, but there will be it's needed that the local esports is growing, so that everyone will find a club in their own city and can find people to play with.
The German Esport Association has recently had some negotiations with the German Sports Association because they wanted to be accepted as true sports in Germany, which the German Sports Association didn't really want to accept. So and they wanted to depart esports in games like you said, Counter-Strike and so on, and games that copy traditional sports like football in FIFA or Madden American football or NBA. Would you say that this divide makes sense, or would you say that this is in the way of moving on?
Yeah, that's a really difficult question, because you can answer it on a lot of different levels. On the esports side, it doesn't make any sense to differentiate esports and gaming and all the other stuff, because it's one thing. Like, everyone that plays will say he's doing esports. But on the other side, you'll have to see that fighting is or even war is a really complicated theme, even if it comes to sport. For example, even shooting clubs are not allowed to move while shooting. That's really a strong rule in the sports association. So they're really focused on not promoting war or fighting things. So you can really understand why they're trying to separate the more controversial games from the safe and easy to watch games.
One day in the past, esports was just a collection of different tournaments that have been held on a professional level, of course, but they were just separated tournaments where professional gamers could win money. And the big buzzword now in esports is franchising. Like the Overwatch League has been totally franchised, and League of Legends as well is forming different regional leagues all over the world nowadays on a more lower and lower level. This is quite coming to what traditional sports is organized these days. So would you say that fits to esport, or that these organizations fits more to traditional sports?
So we really see that the esports is learning from the traditional sports, and we see all these organized leagues. This really helps, like the pro level, but then we have to go back to the local level, the small esports that we see here. And I think there's where work needs to be done, so we can play with other universities and local cities rather than the pro level.
All right then, Henrik. Thank you for speaking with us about organized gaming, and we stick with the topic games for a while, I guess.
Yeah, you're right, Andre. Now let's switch to a more analog type of game, such as known as board games. Our editorial team tried board games.
The playing field of Pachisi has 4 circles in the corners. Each player starts placing his 4 figures on one of these circles. You roll 1 or 2 dice, depending on how long you want to play. If you take 2 dice, the playing time is shortened. The aim of the game is to circle the entire playing field with all the pieces and then go to safety on the colored fields. Whoever does this first wins the game. Who begins is decided by each player rolling the dice once. The player with the highest score begins. If you roll a 6, you may step out of your circle onto the track, on the starting field of your color. If you do not have any pieces on the track yet, you may roll the dice 3 times to increase the chance for a 6. The figures of the players are drawn the dice number of eyes forward. They move clockwise. After that, the dice is rolled in turn. Which of the figures the player chooses remains his choice. The colored targeted fields must then be reached with the exact number of eyes. If a player rolls a 6, they may either move one of his pieces from the corner circle onto the starting field, or move 6 fields forward with any other piece. Then they can roll once again. On the second roll, they may also move with another piece. The players are obligated to move at least one of their pieces in each round. An exception to that is, if no piece can be moved, the player may roll the dice once again. When a player comes on a field with an opponent's figure, This piece must be beaten and sent back to the starting circle. If they're only in the way, other figures will be skipped. If the player doesn't strike an opponent's piece, their own figure is moved to their own starting circle. If a player no longer has a piece on the track, he may roll 3 times to get a 6 and thus be allowed to insert a new piece. Once a figure has rounded the track, it must be placed in one of the targeted fields. Each color has its own targeted field. The field must be reached with the exact number of points. Within the 4 targeted squares, you may not skip your own pieces. The first player that has brought all the characters to the finish line is the winner.
That was the game Pachisi, but now we want to play a little studio game. It's called Tradition, Right or Wrong. On my magic paper are some phrases, and I'm going to read them to you both of us. And your task is to decide whether if this quote is true or false. For that case, you have these magical ping pong bats, which are crafted just for you. On the one side is right, and on the on the other side is wrong. And yeah, I read the quote to you, and you decide. Is that clear?
Do we discuss the quote?
You can discuss.
Okay.
I guess we can do this, right?
Okay, then shall we start?
Let's go.
Okay. The first quote. On New Year's Eve, the women in Italy wear red underwear. Right or wrong?
I've never heard of this.
I don't know, but
No.
is there ever truly Christmas in Italy? I guess so. Why not? Like, do they? Does it mean do they only wear red underwear, or?
It's up to you.
Let's go with true.
Why not? Everybody wears red, like Santa Claus, right? So.
Was it Christmas?
Yeah, at Christmas.
At Christmas. Okay, yeah, I like this.
Yeah, that quote was right.
Yay!
Yeah, what's your tradition on Christmas? I don't think you wear red underwear.
Never thought about my underwear at Christmas.
What? Maybe you want to gift someone?
Well, traditionally, I always meet up with my old friends on Christmas, and I'm not a very religious guy, but every year on Christmas we meet up in the church and look at the play that the little childs do, and afterwards everyone goes home and we have the gift exchange. So that's my tradition for Christmas.
Yeah, same. And you?
Yeah, I guess I can just agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. Then the next quote. In Spain, people are throwing overripe vegetables at each other. Right or wrong?
It's like randomly, or is there any special date given?
No. Any date.
I guess.
Overripe fruit.
I think I've heard about that one day in the news.
This is so random.
Yes.
Why would you do this at like any given date?
Why would you do not? If you don't like someone, you have always an excuse. You can always say, hey, come on, it's tradition. So
No, I think it's not true.
I think it is.
Well, it's right.
Congrats.
There's also like a very old tradition, like the torero kind of thing, and according to that, people also don't not only throw overripe vegetables, but tomatoes, for example.
They should generally change to that. They should let the toros just live and throw vegetables at the toreros, I think, from the audience.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that's a good point. What do you think about the waste of those vegetables?
If it's already wasted, it's not a waste for the world anymore, right? Nobody would eat it anymore. So why not?
Good point. Okay, the next one. During sports, Americans always put on 2 different socks. That brings luck. Right or wrong?
During sports. Like the players or everyone that's watching?
Americans.
Americans.
Never heard of that.
I know that it is said that Michael Jordan always wore his college pants under his Chicago Bulls dress, but about the socks I didn't hear anything like this.
Yeah, he must have been sweating.
Yeah. So no.
I feel like it's too much work to
we had 2 times right in the same in one row. So I guess it must be wrong. This
wrong. I think it's too much work to change your socks every time we watch sports. I wouldn't do that.
Yes, it's wrong.
Yeah, you're right. It's false.
Nice.
Okay, the next one. In Russia, even numbers of flowers are only given to mourners at funerals. Right or wrong?
Even numbers of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, I guess every country has some kind of.
Russia.
I think every country has some kind of ghost stories about different numbers, like the 13 in Asian countries. They are really afraid of the number 13 there.
I mean, there are a lot of different stories about flowers. So maybe there's something combined in Russia. I don't know.
I guess it's right.
I think I should say something different than you. But
I would say it's right. I would say it's right.
For the tension, or
no, I need to catch up.
Oh yeah, that's.
I would say it's right.
How many questions do we have?
Only one.
One more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sticking to that answer.
Yeah, okay.
I'd say it's right.
I'll go with this one, and then I'll catch you in the next.
Yeah, you're right. It's true. And what do you like you said, there are special meanings to flowers. Do you know anything?
Not exactly, but I think in China there's something about white flowers, but I cannot explain what it's about.
There's like different colors mean different things to each other. If it's yellow, then it means I'm disgusted of you. And for example, red roses mean I love you.
Okay,
very typical. Okay, the next one. During Easter, raw eggs are smashed over the heads of Uzbek family members. Right or wrong?
Okay. This is the last question?
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
This is really tricky.
I have to wait until you...
Yes, okay.
I got mine now. I think I have decided.
Yes, okay.
But I won't tell you.
People do really crazy stuff in other countries. Like, I guess in Spain there's the tradition that they throw tomatoes at each other, but I never heard about the thing with eggs.
Yeah, but eggs mean it's something new going to happen, and that's Easter and also about.
Yeah, but it stings to have raw eggs above your head.
I mean, we're at the one.
I say it's wrong.
Well, that's good for me. I go with right.
You know the right answer?
I'm not sure, but I think I've heard of this.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah? It's wrong.
So you win with 2 points up.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But you fought bravely.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, good
GG.
play.
GG.
Yeah, that's the game. And now we want to say goodbye to you.
Okay.
Yes. Guess so. It's
I'm
time.
very sad.
Yeah.
I had a good time here.
Yeah. It was nice for having you here.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
Join us again if you want.
Sure.
Bye.
Every time. Every time you call me at the...
Take care. And now we're going to the news for today. We will see, I hope we will see you in the club. By the way, every club today has opened. The BH club, the BC club, the BD club and the BH club. And every entrance for the participant is free. So just go and dance a little bit or drink a little bit, but not too much.
So before we let you go off your screens, we will have a last song by Bosque Mágico. Enjoy!